All right, guys, we are back. Dasha Fayetteville broadcasting from the New Bern Civic Theater for the North Carolina Film Festival. And we are joined by the admins of Eno River, and Mr. Anthony Green is now joining us. How you doing, sir?
How about you?
Man, we're blessed and we're highly favored to be able to come out here and be a part of this event. And we are broadcasting now through YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live. We are in podcast mode for iHeartRadio, so we're doing great.
Sounds like
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
for starters, I was a little kid born in South Carolina. By fifth grade, I had the chance to go to New York. My dad was in Green. I got out to we moved up to New York. And when I graduated high school from Andrew Jackson High School in New York, I joined the Marine Corps, and that's why I stayed for approximately 30 years until 2018.
Oh wow! Yeah, so I appreciate your service.
Yeah, my pleasure. I had fun. Learned a lot of things while I was in there. Learned a lot about people and being a different character. I put my career where I was a drill instructor, so
Oh wow!
that enabled me to act a lot.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And I always had this fascination with film. Always watching movies. Always wanted to try to get his wife and that. And as time went on, when I got out and retired, that was a time for me to grasp my hobbies. Film was one of them. So
that's awesome. So, and then when it comes to film, have you had roles in every aspect of filmmaking so far, or are you learning, or where you at?
So far, I've had experiencing every aspect of film, from production to holding the boom mic, to being that guy that go run and get the food, and actually acting.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I've been blessed with being in a film where I was in the film with some A-list actors, and I had speaking roles. So usually somebody that starts out and
you don't get that.
Yeah. This is in the background. You look real quick to see me here, but I was talking right into that.
Hey, we gotta give you applause for that, man. So not be
good opportunity. Yeah. Now that many people don't say that. That's really the point. That I never heard of. I talk to people on different criticisms. They're like, how'd you get in this show? How'd you meet this person, that person? And it's just amazing. I just been blessed. That's just a blessing. Well,
exactly. Very much so. So, how in the world did you get involved in the Eno River, man? I got to know the story. We love it.
Well, the first guy that gave me my break in a film, he's actually a member of Eno River. His name is Darrell Smith. He's not here today. They say he put me on. He said, "Hey man, you need to be a part of this Eno River, this board of practice game. You got potential. You need to be in here." So I was like, okay. I listen to you. You gave me a shot at my first film, and that's how it happened.
That's great, and these guys do great work, man. Eno River, do great work.
Oh yeah, stuff to see. I did want to chill out. We didn't give him much talk.
Darrell Smith, we did, yeah.
A while. Yeah.
So
yeah,
no.
I don't think I think
it was
when he had the black tone top. No.
That's the other guy.
It was the painter. He painted.
So we didn't get to come last year's film festival, but we was the year before that and the year before that. So and then now we're lucky and blessed to be back here. And we got Mr. Anthony Dowling joining us. We got Cynthia Robinson. She was on the show earlier with her trial run, but we got her back for a clear episode now. Mr. Green, if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been doing film?
I've been doing film now. I got out in 2018, so I would say that was 2021 to the present time.
And what's been the number one thing that's motivated you to get in film? What was the passion that drove you to that?
The passion is to create something that people are going to sit back, especially in the world, like, wow, you managed to get this. What did you do? Like, there's a young man I'm working with right now. He's doing film right now. The resources that I obtained through the people I've known over the years, making contacts, and we actually got a town blocked off so we can do a shootout scene right here without.
Well, that's amazing.
and that's what I want people when they look at your film, like, did you manage to do this? No. What did you? Wow. just what did it take for you to get here?
Mhm.
How did it go? So I kind of want to put a little shock to people when they see a little small time filmmaker doing something big,
Yeah, something big. Yeah.
big scene.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, and you being in North Carolina and doing action scenes and stuff like that, and then getting lead roles, that's really unheard of for like when I say lead speaking roles that are starting out, that you don't never hear of that. And I've been fortunate enough to get to work with many people throughout many different industries, from film, gaming, sound design for movies and games, short films, and got to network with a lot of people. And I love hearing their stories. And that's the reason why we do what we do here at Haynes Broadcasting. We interview people because we want to know the story and we want an opportunity to help tell the story. So, what's been the most challenging film of your career today?
The most challenging film of my career to date
Yes.
is it's a film that I'm currently working on right now. That Broken Reagan. And Broken Reagan, it's been a lot of moving parts to this film. It's what I explained earlier about going to this town and doing a shootout scene. They blocked off the streets and released the shootout scene.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you this: everybody's in little. Ever since what happened on the rough set with Alec Baldwin, the weapons that I used on the set, up until recently, we used real weapons. What we've done was the police actually come and inspect the weapons. We removed the firing pins and different things like that.
Yeah, you got to, yeah.
Yeah. And that was a big challenge, and really reiterating to people, nobody touches this weapon but me. And that's something that even though I'm in a scene doing my thing, that's something that's still constant in the back of my mind. And I hope everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. And also the environment, the heat. We filmed in the heat, we filmed in the cold, we filmed in the woods. Don't want nobody getting bit by snakes. So it's the things like that are all constantly on my mind during the film.
Yeah, you got to because you got copperheads, all kinds of stuff out there.
So, one thing for sure, a lot of people who are filming and doing these film projects, 9 times out of 10 is usually like permission. What was the process of getting permission to do certain scenes? Were you getting it from the city? Or how did that go?
That's a good question. So, for me, getting it from the city, that's sitting down with the mayor, the police chief, the county clerk, these different people. You sit down with them, you show them what your intent is, and they tell you whether you can do it or not.
Mhm.
And it doesn't work that way with everybody here in North Carolina. I was in a town. We tried talking to them, and they were like, "Oh no, we don't do that type of thing here." You think people will be a little bit excited about it, but that's not
Yeah.
always the case. These different towns and counties,
Yeah, sure.
So that's something you have to. And when you get a good name, I'll tell you this: what worked out for me is I had a cousin. My cousin was a mayor of the town. Since I was a kid, not coming and be like, "Oh yeah, she be good," and I explained everything. Got the police involved with it, and they were like, "Okay, good. But don't step out of these boundaries." They were still and
Oh yeah.
and then it goes on from there. Then other people can call and say, "Hey, you worked with these guys before?" Yeah, they did. They were outstanding. They cleaned up after themselves. Nobody got hurt. And that's the type of record you want to leave behind.
Absolutely, yeah, and safety is everything, especially on set. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of North Carolina filmmakers they don't realize that the amount of stuff goes in it. Because like people starting out, they don't realize that when you start doing a production like that, the insurance costs
Yes.
and all that stuff that's involved in that's attached along with that.
Yeah.
So, and that's awesome. So,
What mainstream film or even not even just mainstream, like even what both of them doing, like what films had fire.
I would say the film, and I got to share this with you. I'll share with a lot of people because a lot of people won't sit and actually listen to your story, and you all are sitting right here. So I know y'all gonna listen to it. Years ago, that movie Clockwork when it came out. In the 90s. That movie inspired me. And growing up, when I got to New York in 1980, and the 80s was such a gritty time in New York. And it inspired me. The character that Thomas Bird played, God bless the dead, he's dead now. He was killed in 2016 in Atlanta, but he played that HIV positive ex drug dealer. He was in bad health, so all he could do was work for his ex partner, and he would do hits for the guy. And the legend was in the street, if Earl, his character name was Earl Bonds, they said if Earl Bonds got to you, they'll never find your body. And the way he did that character, and when I met him in Atlanta, I drove down to Atlanta one weekend just to take some time off, and I talked to him. He said the way he got into that character, he would come out of his hotel room at night and go downstairs and just watch people on the street. So I kind of picked up on that. So I said, you know what? When I get back to Parris Island, I'm gonna do that with the troops when I get them off the bus. Some nights I would get up on the bus and I just go like a maniac and just start yelling. Other nights I just sit there and stand there and just stare.
Yeah.
I just burst into a loud shout, get off my bus. I would try these different type of characters.
Yeah.
Or down there was traded. Because they already think you're crazy anyway.
So things go through their heads like, what this guy doing?
So I just act a complete fool sometimes.
Yeah.
So that was a good test bed for me.
Yeah.
That movie Clock was really inspired me, and that movie called Heat with Al Pacino and Robert.
I love Heat.
De Niro.
I love Heat. That's a great movie. The shootout scene in there was epic.
And it was so amazing. And 20-something years later, I never knew that I would work with the guy bless dead. He's dead now too. He just passed about 3 years ago. The guy that played Michael Trevino. He's in Saving Private Ryan. I'm drawing a blank right now. He played Sarah Horvath.
Yeah. What's that guy's name? Because he had a drug addiction at one point in time, and he got real bad off. He's got the brown hair.
Yeah.
What is that guy's name?
Look him up.
Oh man, he's over here. What are you doing? You Minecraft? He's Minecraft. I guess. So Cody's actually, believe it or not, he's controlling the camera behind you guys with his phone. So, and we're gonna have multiple angles on that. So, but how in the world did you meet this? Was that being the board of directors is how you met Anthony?
Anthony, through Darrell Smith.
Darrell Smith. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
That's good, man. Anthony, I met Anthony in 2009 at the Living Arts College. He came in and was talking to the film students, and I don't know how in the world we still in contact, but we've networked and done a lot of different networking events with each other. And then I got to take you up to First Pro and show him around. I was like, hey, you want to go to the studio? He's like, there's no studio like that. And I was like, let's go. That's pretty cool, wasn't it?
It's a one-of-a-kind place. Matt Thornton was one-of-a-kind person.
Yeah, he's definitely one of a kind. So now just for everybody out there watching all that too. So the first podcast mode, the guys with the microphones, it goes to the iHeartRadio, but the video broadcast is picking up everybody because everybody has their microphone and their own camera on their phone. And then I have a different pan camera here, just kind of explaining stuff because this is still new to people. We're explaining how we do it. So I could take camera angles of everybody sitting at the table. There's Cody. He's our photographer. Chris Porterfield, co-host for the last 6 years almost. We got Anthony Dowling, who is are you still executive director? Yeah. And then what's your role, Mr. Green, are you just board director or?
Well, I'm on the military side. They kind of gave me a label,
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I have some assets or some resources, and we've talked briefly about bringing the assistant operations of basic Camp Lejeune on one of the meetings because I've talked to her in the past, and she's told me you can't film on base. It's just certain areas that you cannot. And I think that would be a valuable asset.
Oh yeah, especially for action film. Yeah,
exactly. So. And then with the film festivals also, about this, we'll see which ones I can jump into.
Yeah. And then, a lot of filmmakers, I've been those two, has been coming to downtown Fayetteville area and just because of support Brad community, and they're like doing military shorts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then our guy, we had another co-host that's supposed to be here today, Robert Maynor. I think Anthony might have got to meet him once. He was supposed to be here, but his grandmother passed away. So, we're giving condolences to her, but, and him. Yep. Yeah, so he's going through stuff. But he knows a lot of these film guys that's been coming in. Like there's Oso, how you say his name? Oso
Talented.
Oso Talented, phenomenal filmmaker,
And he's also
phenomenal.
So, he's super talented. He's crack things.
Yeah.
And he's done a lot of photography. I've been in a few of his videos.
So he's very good, and and so he actually reached out to us as one of the network, and he actually wants to meet some of you guys too to find out the opportunities. But he was a former student at Liberty Arts College too, but he never got to hear about So I'd like to set that up one day, but just make the introduction.
Yeah.
So
Do you know why I got to meet you?
I'm not sure.
Because at one of our events that we had at your school,
Yeah.
we came hightailing up and said, "Hey, you! I want to know you. What do you do? What do you guys do?
Yeah.
I want to get involved."
I think I gave you my business card too. It's like,
Yeah.
here's my company. This is what I do. If you need any help, sound design, sir, here, I got you.
You were right on top of it. But,
Yeah.
Down.
oh yeah, he did.
But see,
And that's how you succeed in Olympus.
yeah.
Something I had on that real quick. I went to a film festival, the one in Wilmington, the little theater there.
Proof of Lawrence?
But it was at the name of the theater, it was some kind of house. I went there. As soon as
Bloom
I
House.
walked in, was it called?
Was it Bloom House?
No, it was
They got different ones.
yeah. But I walked in, this lady ran right up to me, beeline to me, and said, "Hey, how are you?" I said, "Girl, I'm great." She said, "Come on here, meet my son." I don't know nobody in here. So I go and meet her son, and we got to talking and everything. Long story short, he wanted to do something to honor veterans, so he wanted to do a documentary about veterans and their experiences, and I'm in his film called 42,
Mhm.
and it's a nice these interviews with different veterans, and like I said, at the time I had a house that wasn't being rented out, so we set up in there, and that's something that I do too. In between tenants, I offered out the filmmakers, "Hey, if you want a place to film, I have my house available." And some take the bait. Only one guy ever took the bait, but I don't know if people really took me serious. But hey, the lease was up, and
Yeah.
I'll do it again when my next tenants move out. I'm gonna offer it up, and I'm gonna try to put it out to everybody.
That is spectacular.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That would help. Help people.
Yeah.
Hey, short notice, just be ready to move quick. I'm getting jumping jacks with gas mask on or something. Use it.
I've had to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't take it off and leave.
So,
I did want to follow up on something
okay.
that Anthony said.
Oh, poster fell out. I heard it, but I didn't see it.
I saw it.
But yes, sir.
Charlie Coleman. So, all the weapons we've ever used in any film,
Mhm.
all of them have been in every single movie we've had an army.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
And in the beginning, it was Charlie Coleman, and he loved it. He really was a young guy. Now, he worked on the movies primarily Forced Attack, and it was a series. He left the Raleigh area, and he moved down to Wilmington. And sure enough, slowly but surely, have to get him all, meeting all the various people networking. He has become the armor of choice to the Beloved Saints.
That's great.
That's
All of them.
That's
And
good.
I know. And I'm very pleased today. We got our stuff.
Yeah, that's good, man. And
Now, Charlie, correct me if I'm wrong. But we've had that safety culture for movies from the very beginning. Because first of all, don't want the weapons. right?
Right.
You don't want them messed up because they're real expensive.
Yes.
And secondly, you don't want the people hurt, right? And they have to be trained how to clean it because they're going to be killed. So it's a process. It's not you just don't hand it to them. Go, there you go. Figure it out.
That's what,
It's a process. So that whole part of the industry is its own niche.
Very sure.
It's impressive for folks to get into that on a really, artist. And they have an amazing amount of authority with them when they're using weapons. I mean, if they said stop, everything's stopping, right? Everywhere.
Yes.
And I had one or two other stories, but right now they pumped out of my.
I think
Right. Oh, but speaking of popping in and out with the Tom Sizemore, that was his name.
Tom Sizemore. Okay. All right. Yep.
Yeah.
Tom Sizemore. That's right. Yeah, because he was the sergeant in Saving Private Ryan, and then Vin Diesel was in Saving Private Ryan with him. The other guy.
I've been internet.
Fury movie.
They have such an all-star cast.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks. Yeah, that was amazing.
And the amount of accuracy, with Saving Private Ryan, they went through actual World War II footage and mimicked it to try to get to 100% T on that. And the feat and the amazing stunning footage that they captured in that movie to me just blew me away. That's one of my favorite movies. I've watched Saving Private Ryan probably 3,000 times. I'm just, it's a great movie.
One of the cool kind of gross tidbit about that I heard when it came out, I was stunned. He really drilled down on realism. And so if there was a sound of it, he wanted it to be of that land, of that type of root on that type of gravel. Okay? And Hollywood forever and ever has used in Western whatever. When you're hit by a bullet, a certain thing, the movements.
Yes.
Well, that didn't work. It seemed fake in the setting and all the other rich sound layers. And he went, no, that won't. So try something else. I tried something else. No, try something. What they eventually ended up doing is getting the actual weapons that they use, and they shot them into sides of.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Get accurate sound. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, I want to do a movie with that much.
Yeah. Right. When I was in Liberty Arts College, part of Red Storm Gaming, we worked with some of the Call of Duty sound effect guys. And so we had some guys from Full Sail University. We had like 18 from Liberty Arts College, and we went out to Fort Bragg and we recorded bullet impacts. So we took Tascam field recorders or Zoom field recorders, wherever we had at the time. We went out there, and so they would shoot a bullet, and we had a microphone downrange. We would capture the sound of the muzzle flash, the recoil, the racking of the guns, all that stuff. And so overall, that entire project with all film people throughout the country, it was over 80,000 sound effects, from my understanding, or sound samples that they captured and for sound design for Call of Duty. Now, I don't know if you guys seen what they're doing, because we're preparing for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 for DMZ new release. So they Infinity Ward made so much money off of that work that we did back in that school days and samples. They used it for all their games all the way up to now. And now they're redoing their entire library, and they're like recording all kinds of good stuff now. But looking at their setup, how far technology came from back when it was 2009 to what it is today, and how they're getting sounds now, it's mind blowing.
I mean, modern times, in modern times. I mean, 2009, there was some things like, oh wow, we could do this now.
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Everybody has to have that. What's it? That TV that not 4K. What was it back then?
It was 1080 p.
It's high def.
High def.
Yeah.
We had the high def, and I don't know if you ever tried this. I was in my garage messing around. I had a TV and a VCR combo. I popped VHS in.
Mhm.
my eyes were like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah.
You know, watching that old analog thing, you know, yeah, it's just amazing. Now, give it another 3 years right now, a lot of stuff is going to be obsolete. Things just change.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just like in the music industry, you know, I was watching one of the top CEOs of major record labels. He was talking about how, you know, you got this Suno lawsuit going on with AI stuff like that. But he says if you think that AI is not being used in every major song, movie, video, or music video, or movie or video game, you're wrong, because it's in every DAW now in the plugins. Universal Audio's released new AI plugins. So if you record a song and you're using an AI plugin, but you're doing the melodies on it, and you do use that plugin, if somebody goes to your song and does an AI detect, it's going to say AI generated software because it's an AI mixer, EQ, or whatever. You know, it could be drum quantization. But you know, you got all these film scenes that's being filmed with AI, like AI motion graphics without sound. But then people's going in doing the actual sound, voiceover work, or whatever. You know, just like they do for animation. You know, you got somebody sitting there recording their voice, and then they go in Pro Tools, they put it in QuickTime, and they sync it up. You know, but you know, a lot of that's AI generated stuff now too. So there's people out there now that's paying $5,000 plus for 30-second AI clips now for their films. You know, because the AI can do what used to take somebody maybe 6 months to do in 2 days.
Yeah, I've even noticed that too. More recently, they're making AI commercials.
Yeah,
I've also seen a lot of people from other countries are using it.
they're using it to also scam people too.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys heard about that. Yeah, because I work in law enforcement too. So, you guys ever heard of Tang Luck and all that stuff like that? And these little slot games. So they're advertising on Facebook, but then what they don't tell you is all the stuff that's associated with it. So when you watch these AI videos and you download the app, you're putting your information at risk. And so we've had an influx of people, you know, losing money through AI technologies or spoofing apps, where they will mimic real apps to make it look like theirs. And when you download the app, it looks like it. And it's like a clone app or whatever.
Basically, yeah.
And then so you think you're signing up for the services of a real app, and then now all your money gets disappeared. And you're like, well, I went Tang Luck. But that's not Tang Luck. It's AI generated content and cloning apps.
Yeah.
It's cloning things.
And they're also making like TikTok videos and making them look like personality.
Yep.
Like recently, a buddy of mine, he shared a video of some guy making Prince, the singer Prince, figurines and stuff like that, like lava lamps or whatever, bags.
Mhm.
And they're just making these AI videos. They even had an AI video of Prince making a handbag.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, that's how insane it is.
But
And people, and there's a couple of people that are watching the videos thinking it's a real thing when it's clearly not.
the thing I'm most impressed with AI is the video editing capabilities when it comes to special effects. Because used to you had to have a huge budget to get special effects. Just like if you want to have like a fighter freeze a guy like Sub-Zero or Mortal Kombat, whatever. You know that was millions of dollars. You know, so now and you guys y'all have done great, because I remember you guys legislated and y'all got stuff down, cost down for filmmakers in North Carolina. So what was that process?
The primary purpose for Innova Media is to advocate the growth of the movie and television industry in North Carolina. Part of that process for us is to work with the legislature to tweak the existing film grant.
Yes.
Change greatly. We like that. Tweak it. And there have been certain ideas that we've been pushing forward for the last 8 years.
Awesome.
And Senator Michael Lee, I can't say that he read our stuff, but we've certainly sent him.
Yeah.
Almost every point that we wanted to address was addressed in this last budget and passed. There are like 2 major points that we wanted to get. We got. And think about that. We toiled away trying to advocate for these changes for every filmmaker in North Carolina, and it worked.
That's amazing. Yeah.
It worked. You can do it. one person,
Can legislate. Yeah.
can affect legislation that affects everyone in the state.
Mm-hmm.
We have done. I'm very proud.
Mhm.
I'm very proud. You can go to our website and see what the changes are. There's a report we have. We can send it.
Mhm.
And you can email me at @gmail.com.
Yeah. Well, we'd like to see that too, so we can post that up on that news Fayetteville.
Absolutely.
So, now let me ask you this, and this is something from the music industry side of it for us, all that, because we run record labels and stuff like that. So, we would like to see legislation passed where it's easier for local, like independent artists, local to be able to license their music to film. But like, I feel like it's kind of like monopolized, like, because you have to go through all these different websites, like you're going through Sound Exchange for streaming royalties and stuff like that. But then you got Songfile, Song Trust, you got all these other companies, but there's so much noise out there. Let's put it that way. There's so much noise out there. There's not a clear direction or a clear path for somebody like me that's in the music industry to say, I want to learn XYZ producers. Who's in North Carolina so I can pitch my music to it, and it had direct the thing. So I feel like I kind of want to legislate for like easier laws or access laws or something to get a network of a networking thing going on here in North Carolina, where filmmakers, music producers, and everybody can come together, kind of like an AES conference or something like that. But in real time licensing, like somebody could pitch something to a movie producer and say, all right, let's go ahead and do the licensing for it. We're going to license this to your film, but we're not going to charge you an arm and a leg like the major record labels and all that stuff does, or the major sound libraries. We'll do it for a set fee.
Yeah. With that being said, that are a few guys and girls from I wouldn't necessarily call them retired rappers, but it's a lot of rappers that move down. I know that's a different genre,
Mhm.
but they have a footprint in Proud.
Yeah.
I know Big Daddy Twin is in Proud.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so y'all familiar with that?
Yeah, I saw him in concert a couple
Yeah.
years ago.
Did it? Yeah. You got people like I think Isaac Hayes' son. He's got Atlanta.
Yeah, one of the guys who get a Blade, he teach at NC State University, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Blade.
Mhm.
And I think it might just take some reaching out.
Yeah.
People and to bring them in and collaborate. I'm sure they collaborate with many other people, but when it comes to the film side, I think that's something they can all benefit from.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, there's also just like a lot of people don't realize in North Carolina, there's over 3,449 artists that are like registered. They're registered with ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, or one of the three. But they don't have the working knowledge of the MLC, Sound Exchange, or like the synchronization process to do like a web sync license for a short TV film that's maybe issued on YouTube. And that's something I kind of advocate and try to teach people. But I don't know if you guys heard, Liberty Arts College lost their accreditation. So all certifications that we paid money for, like some people paid $200,000 for their education, is no longer no good. So I was told by Full Sail University the other day I would have to go through the entire program to recertify all my things. And there's a lot of people that's in certain schools that went to private schools that's been hurting from that because now they're no longer validated from certification. So, you guys know anything about that?
Well, last year, when we were going around the legislature, we happened to run into one of the folks that's on the board for the community finance.
Mm.
And he wanted to know what
How you guys doing? Got the whole crew coming in.
he wanted to know what they could do to make the community college experience mesh into the film industry.
That we need to, yeah.
And we had some ideas, but we were stumped.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know why we were stumped? Because when you suggest things, people actually, cinema.
Mhm.
And we didn't have a solid, good
Yeah.
idea plan.
Yeah, like a who, what, when, where, why
I would
purpose.
suggest and have compared to our word
Yeah.
that would ultimately not be a great word to go to. So we froze. And that's the type of thing that the state is interested in doing. And you know who does that?
I'm not sure. Georgia.
Georgia does a good job of that.
Mhm.
Well, we have because we are not very much.
they did a photo op. It's a photo op opportunity for the wall.
And that's one of the things that we want. There's Dino River Justin working in the legislature could probably go another 20 years. In fact, you mentioned how the industry is changing. As it changes, the law needs to change because certain things changes. We use that.
Mhm.
Dino River uses that. It's remarkable. And one of the ideas that I have, let me put this up, you guys, see what you think.
Okay.
There's a concept called barrier to entry. And basically for an industry. Basically that means, let's say you want to get into this industry. What she's doing right here.
Mhm.
This equipment costs a certain amount of money.
Mhm.
And if I only have $500, I'm not going to be able to get it. Do this.
That's correct. Yeah.
So let's say it's $20,000 worth of book. That's your barrier to entry. You get up to 20. Okay, now we're going to open the door for you.
Mhm.
Well, up until recently, digital film was film.
Mhm.
Film, buying film, buying a
Yeah,
camera,
yeah.
the process.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the barrier
Big barrier.
because it's expensive. Yeah.
$200.
Yeah.
Then digital came down. Ooh, cameras were like $3,000 or $4,000, and now
Yeah.
half a million. Now AI is coming,
Mhm.
and it's going. You can tell it what where you want the camera pointed. It'll figure out where the shadow should be. You can tell. You can literally tell it where you want the lights, and it can create that. And eventually, it will create characters, and it will create the movie, action in the movie, and the dialogue. So what actually I think happened is the barrier to entry will be so low that the people who are going to be awesome in the filmmaking industry are the people who can come up with a good story.
Yep. And that's really at the end of the day, the story. Yeah.
In the world,
Yep.
somebody from Malaysia, some kid from Malaysia to come up with a cool trilogy in this now. Make it. And he now has a franchise.
Yeah. 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 Now, one thing too, this is another something that a lot of people don't know that's coming about. So, you got the big movie camera makers, like you got Sony, Canon, and all that stuff. So so just like audio engineering is implementing AI technology into their hardware now, too as well. You're going to start seeing that in cameras too. So you're going to have AI presets on cameras. That where you hit the button and it will analyze it. It will tell you on the screen as you're recording. It won't show in the film that you're filming, but it will show adjust to XYZ pattern or change the lens to X degrees to get the sharpness or whatever. They're including that now, and those cameras are slotted to be in the high $20,000 when they come out. But that's still low compared to what it was back then.
Yeah, $40,000 for 50,000 for the what? The red camera.
Yeah, the red cameras, the big lenses, the attachments, the shadow boxes, all of that. So some of these new cameras that they're planning on coming out with in the next few years was going to have that technology in there where it will tell you what to do and how to do it, and it's just easy as adjusting.
I have a friend lives in Lebanon, North Carolina.
Like not really.
Yeah. And he has 3 racks and 2 other cameras that Netflix supports to make them. And he just waited and thought somebody got out of the business. He just bought.
Mhm.
So he has network quality equipment.
Mhm.
And he just waited and bought.
Nothing
In
wrong.
his spot.
There's nothing wrong with that. Now you can shoot high quality.
Oh, he could do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
A-
So
a-
right.
it's we will not recognize the industry in 10 years.
I believe.
It would be an amazing difference. And
Mhm.
I would like to hope it's going to be an entertainment difference.
Yeah.
That it will be good. It will be something you enjoy. Yeah. And now we don't have to necessarily worry about Hollywood. I mean, we're out with reaching that, reaching, prequel after prequel. People are going to be able to come with the real original stuff. Right. And we're going to be long over. Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Jonah.
Yeah.
There was also Obsession.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. Obsession was a great movie. I don't know if you guys
what's
saw
his
that.
name?
Before.
Cory
That
Booker.
was pretty good.
I heard about
He-
it.
Wish Willow.
He was like a viner. Like he had no idea what he was doing. He had like a really low budget. He tried to get Jenna Ortega, which is the girl that plays Wednesday. But she said that she needed like $4 million or something per shoot or something, and so he just went with this like traditional like streamer girl, and now she's like really famous actress.
All right.
Who was it? Which one was it with the green room?
Yeah.
Yellow room? Yellow hall?
Oh, I know what you're talking
You know
about.
what I'm talking about?
I heard. I forgot the name of it, but I know exactly what it is.
That was a short. Also, it started with a short. Yeah. And somebody in Hollywood saw it and said, "Oh, this is cool, but I'm only going to get you like 300,000."
Yeah.
Which is the sweet spot. Right now, there's a director in Hollywood who shoots things well. Now he's kind of caught on shooting really bigger budget stuff. But he, for years, said the sweet spot was about $250,000. You get a budget of $250,000, and for $300, you're going to make that and a big. That's all Hollywood gives you. You make a movie, you make a movie, and you pay for it, and it's a little. You're very good. Okay, he'll give you more money. Do another one, and he did. Oh, and they were different. They were some pure, then a gangster, then recently he just shot one with Anthony Hopkins. So, and what he did was slowly but surely work his way up. Right? Patience works. And yeah, good connections. Helps.
That's one thing I always said too. There's a lot of great talented people out there, but networking's everything. It's not about how good you are; it's about who you know and who you help. Because I'm a firm believer that every person that comes into your life, they hold a set of keys to doorways that you can't open. But you also have keys to doorways that they can't open, and that's the magic of the human connection and working together. And coming together for a common purpose. And there's a lot of filmmakers out there that are finding their niche by just filming and going out and exploring. It's kind of like science, right? But when I do consulting with musicians and filmmakers or anybody who comes consults with me, I always tell them, you got to answer 7 questions to be successful. And it's who, what, when, where, why, how, and the very last thing, the most important thing, your purpose of what it is that you do. And filmmaking and music share one thing in common: the story. Each song has a story. Every scene has a story. The perception is everything.
and art.
Yeah, Mark.
Everything. The whole movie has an art. Every scene, every character.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't buy it until I started reading the books and looking at the movies. And I was like, no, that's true. And all the good movies, it's an art. They start out one way and end another. start out good and bad, start out bad, and start good. Um, or just simple, they start out alive.
Yeah.
Um, but I know exactly what we're talking about.
Yep, yep.
Isn't it amazing how many different occupations there are tied to film and television? I mean,
That part is kind of stunning because when you look at credit scenes, you see at least 1,000 names on a lot of these big films. At least 1,000.
The key grips, the catering,
Yep.
the extras.
Extras, special effects, makeup artists, Foley work, sound guys, engineers, producing manager, director, assistant.
They're using.
So and that's one thing that I love about what Eno River does is that you guys are legislating to create careers and jobs in North Carolina, and we need more of that. But we also need more of that in other industries because like there's a lot of talented video game makers here in North Carolina, Charlotte area. But the networking, because like when you go to school, you go to college for entertainment or communication arts, you're networking nonstop. But it seems like as soon as you graduate school, that networking kind of stops on a public level. It all goes private niche, and then you get these little core groups of people that just stick together.
Right.
But I feel like I kind of want to start a conference. Like I don't know if you guys are thinking about, but I want to do a conference somewhere like at Raleigh Convention Center or something like that, and call it the Entertainment Industry Association of North Carolina or something like that.
Yeah.
I want to create something like that where it's kind of like a reunion, like a high school reunion, but you got everybody that's in North Carolina that's working in the industry coming together for an event, a banquet, a food seminar or thing, whatever. So they get to come in there and people could show their films like a film thing. People could showcase their skills on stage as artists. You could see new equipment like the newest DAW software or Pro Tools or Cubase, Ableton, but also have that networking opportunity to show how the technologies cross over to each other.
Yeah, we definitely need a lot more workshops too.
Yeah.
Just to counterbalance on that. And
that's
like,
one thing.
Like you said earlier, like we did definitely need a legislation try to have something that's what's the word I'm looking for? Like try to have an opportunity to have music in the movies as far as like small local time. I mean, there are some small local artists that have gotten music and gotten hearing for it. Just you don't really get to hear it a lot.
Now, Anthony, you was talking about the colleges, community colleges levels. Now, one thing that I loved, I remember I told you that we taught seminars at San Jose Community College and stuff like that in the music industry of like how to start a record label, Music Business 101. One thing I love that all community colleges has is a small business administration of the SBA Small Business Center. If you are way the laws are set in North Carolina. If you are working and you have an LLC in that field, that you could come in there and teach a class that's free for students to attend, and the Small Business Administration or the SBC will pay you to come in and teach those classes. And that's been a great resource for a lot of people. We taught like 13 seminars, a total throughout colleges from 2011 to 2014. I haven't done any since 2014. I'm looking at getting back into that, like Fayetteville Tech, going back to Sand Hills, stuff like that. But everybody that we worked with back then, they're all either dead, gone, passed away. So the networking's gone there. But we can bring that back, and I think you guys could do a great job of that, maybe on the college level. That might be an answer, is to go through the Small Business Center, because you have a nonprofit. You could do the nonprofit side of it and, say, this is who we are, this is what we do. And if you like this class that we teach, come work with us and network and volunteer and get some hands-on experience.
That's what you're here for.
That's
That's what you're here for.
That's what
While you were saying that, I was looking at Mr. Gang. I thought, wouldn't it be cool if that lady who is on the military bench,
Yes.
if we could link up with her somehow and see if we could also have a component of that where veterans or active service are part of it. So that they can prep to get into that industry while they're in, if they have time. Look into it to see what type of collaboration.
No, that's the, well, my internet was I had an LLC, Three Bites Productions,
Yeah.
and I would love to, teach something on the production side.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's amazing. And yeah, I'll reach out to her on one day. She's all in about after we were in Iraq. We also crossed the bridge together back in 2003 when we did. So
Yeah.
so
So and that's a very important thing too. Like soldiers, stuff like that too. So a lot of people don't, like they do have production programs in the military because they do like the military TV app. So and that's a big thing. And getting people who are currently serving that's working. They might they're AOS. What is it called?
is it AFM? Is that the Armed Forces Network?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had that, and also on my last deployment, the ship I was on, they actually have a media a site TV. It's ran just like a film production.
Yeah, just like a film production.
Yeah, it's ran just like that.
And there's a lot of growth opportunities there with the military in that aspect. Warfare is changing a lot.
Yes.
But the number one war that's going on right now is the war of information. So we're not fighting boots on the ground anymore because of drone warfare. Ukraine changed that. So that I think that's a growing market for the military. I don't know if I'm wrong or not, but that's just my thoughts of everything I've learned in the last. I'll say, God, I've been in the music industry professionally since 2004. So, I started broadcasting in 2004. So last year, yesterday was our 22-year anniversary of broadcast media and sound design for movies and games stuff. Even before I went to college in 2009, I was working and doing stuff in it, because I grew up in it. So I feel like that'd be a great opportunity. If you guys are working on that, if I can help any way, let me know. So
The more than
oh yeah,
I'm
so
gonna have to go. But
this is the longest episode we ever done in live broadcast for video. By the way, it's 52 minutes.
I think it's out. They start eating. I'm looking like we over time. You put my gas in here.
Well, we try to keep it at 5 minutes, and we're at 52 minutes. This video is going to take at least 3 hours upload, by the way, or for the finalize for the editing part of it.
well, yeah, folks that love to talk.
Yeah.
One of the things. So there's several takeaways from this that I want to go over. You and I want to get together and talk about that SBA. Well, first of all, the military aspect. Okay, that. Then military plus SBA, and see what type of teaching delivery we do.
And so it'd be the SBA part, but it's SBCs at
SBC, okay. And then
Small Business Center.
tie that into the community college system, right? And come up with a plan of action for the state to have a coordinated effort to train people in the film and television industry in North Carolina. No state does that for their community. We could.
Yep.
If we just.
And it creates job opportunities for people who got their instructor certificates, like in Pro Tools, filmmaking, running the Sony software, Mastery Suite, sound design, all that. That create at least 5,000 plus jobs, probably.
So, one of the things that I want to work on with Mr. Green is it does have that excellent connection, like rural North Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah, we was talking about there's planning on shooting a film down there, right?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to. It's kind of a Civil War. Only because you have a whole bunch of reenactors. That's very close to the North Carolina South border. And South Carolina is just awash with Civil War reenactors. North Carolina is a whole bunch.
There's a lot of guys at the sheriff's office that's part of that too. that
What-
works with
See,
So-
I want a very large reenactment. 1,000, 2,000. So this when you give me a vision of see it. The story is cool. It's a kind of a well, I won't even go into the story.
Yeah,
But it's
keep
it's cool. The fighting is just part of it. It's not really the film. But there's this one scene, and I always get scenes in my and I don't really care how the movie goes as long as I get this one scene.
That's right.
And there's
One scene makes everything.
yeah, there's a scene where we get the right people. We're going to add cavalry, infantry, armor, cannon, right? The whole 9 yards. I want to be able to stand. At one point, I thought I would do it. I would be the one saying, that's not allowed to touch you.
Come on now.
No,
Really?
and they don't even listen to me about suggestions. They're like, just be the student, stand over there in the craft tent.
Oh, we got to change that, Anthony. We got to give you a legacy to leave behind.
So I want to at least stand next to whoever says it for the record. And I would like, I don't know how many cannons. Right? I want the downtown closed. We are fighting in an actual Civil War battle in the downtown area of this town.
Mhm.
And 1, 2, 7, 10 cannon.
Yeah.
And somebody next, somebody at the director's level, someone's going to say, cue return. Which means I want to be the first. I want to secure that. I want to see because I don't know if you guys have ever seen reenactment cannon go off.
It's
Freaking stupid loud.
yeah, they're loud and they actually recoil. They're like just like the real thing. Yeah.
And to have 7, oh, it would be.
Oh, that would be dope.
And we'd have to make sure that they don't break the blocks up downtown. So
Yeah, the sonic boom of it.
they could do that well. We'd have to work it. But one of my ideas is if this goes well, to see if there's a field out and actually have, because part of the story is kind of, it reoccurs every 5 years.
Mhm.
Ghost like.
Yeah.
And see if there's a field we could use. And every year we bring the reenactors back and they reenact for us.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
Think of the movies we could do.
exactly. And in that area, that would be a blessing to them. So,
It would be a thing. It would be like a festival, right?
yeah.
I also want there are less, but I also want to do Revolutionary War.
Mhm.
And there's not a lot here, but there's World War II guys who reenact World War II. Weirdly, up in Ohio, there's a bunch of reenactors, and they're all SS.
Really?
I'm like,
That's interesting.
why are they in Ohio? But I mean, like 3,000. And I'm like, can't have a good World War II movie without a good bad SS. So they're going to have to get some folks down, yeah. But it's the resources in this state are spectacular.
Absolutely.
The people in this state are spectacular. More than not, they want to help. And it's an amazing state we are in. It's an amazing state to shoot your production in. It's, long ago, I get the guy's name, Arnold. Something. He was the kind of the PR guy for North Carolina. And he came up with the phrase, I like calling North Carolina.
Hmm.
And I love that. I love that. Right? So all I can say is it's a great state. It's a good industry. And if you are thinking about doing it,
Mhm.
jump in. If you want to contact yourself or myself,
Mhm.
I'm sure you'll put up with information.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we're keep in mind we're advocacy.
Yeah. Advocacy group.
We don't really do movies. But I can put you in touch with a bunch of people who do.
Yeah, that's right. It's networking. That's it.
Yeah, and it is. It's all network.
Something.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for this episode of That Show Fayetteville. Haynes Broadcasting. We play the best music in the Carolinas and in the world. We bring you the best interviews, and we are out here at the North Carolina Film Festival. And that was the longest 1 hour interview episode. Mr. Green, I appreciate you coming on, being a part of our show, and being a part of the film festival, and part, it's a pleasure to meet you. I think it's long overdue. We should have met a long time ago.
No, thank you for having.
Yes, sir.
Plus.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, and that's it for this part of the episode. We will be editing these videos and uploading them throughout the week because I'm pretty sure it's going to take a little while to get them all done. So you guys stay tuned and check us out at youtube.com/Haynes Broadcasting.
It was.